everyone, Assalamu'alaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. We are the fifth group and we will explain about the article "The TV is on but who's watching?" Before going to explain about this article, let me introduce our group. The first is me, Pratiwi Kusumajati. The second is Syella Juniar Wulansari. And the third is Mufida Fauziah. And now I'm going to explain about this title. Number 3. After you read. A. How much did you understand? Paragraph 1. What are some of the bad effects of watching TV according to many people? It takes us away from more important activities, such as reading, exercising, and talking to family and friends. Paragraph 2. Do Americans spend a lot of time in front of the TV? How many hours a day is the TV on in the average home? Studies have shown that people in the United States do spend a lot of time in front of the television sets. About 98% of American homes have at least one TV set, and in the average home, the TV is on more than 6 hours a day. Paragraph 3. What did the researchers want to find out? How did they do it? Recently, some researchers in New York City tried to find the answers to these questions. How much attention do people actually pay to the programs? And do people who watch TV really spend less time on other free time activities? By conducting a telephone survey. Paragraph 4. What percentage of Americans watch TV every day? What are some of the other activities that Americans like? More than 70% of those asked said that they watch TV every day or almost every day. The second most popular activity that they mentioned was reading the newspaper. Listening to music at home was third. Talking on the phone to friends and relatives was fourth. And doing some form of exercise was fifth. Paragraph 5. Do Americans usually pay attention to the programs that are on? What kinds of things do they do while the TV is on? Although most people turn the TV on every day, they do not actually watch it very much. 6 out of 10 people say that when the TV is on, they seldom pay attention to it. During a typical television program, they may eat dinner, do housework, read a newspaper or magazine, talk to their children, or even read to them. Paragraph 6. According to the research, does TV take Americans away from other activities? The researchers therefore concluded that television doesn't take Americans away from more important activities. It doesn't keep them from doing other free time activities.
Text analysis questions. Number 1. What is the topic of the text? The topic of the text is how television affects people from doing other activity. Number 2. What is the usual view about the effect of TV? They think that they spend too much time watching television and that it takes them away from more important activities such as reading, exercising, and talking to family and friends. Number 3. Does the writer agree with the usual view? No, because the writer was looking for a research about how television affects people from doing other activity. Number 4. What does the writer claim about the effect of TV? The writer claims that it does not take Americans away from more important activities. It doesn't keep them from doing other free time activities. Number 5. What is the function of paragraph 3 to 6? In this paragraph, the writer presents the result of research from 1,000 people all over the United States about how television affects them from doing other activity. The writer presents this to tell about how television affects people from doing other activity. Number 6. In which paragraphs does the writer give us the following: the research, method, the findings, and the conclusion? We can find the research method in paragraph 3, the findings in paragraph 5, and the conclusion in paragraph 6. Number 7. Expand these quotations in the context of paragraph 5. The TV may be on, but it is just background music. It means, although the TV is on, they don't actually watch it or they don't pay attention to it.
Okay, here I will continue the material from before, namely close reading. A. Rhetorical questions. Find those questions in the text and underline them. Number 1. But is this really true? Many of us worry about the effect of television on family life. We think that we spend too much time watching television and that it takes us away from more important activities, such as reading, exercising, and talking to family and friends. But is this really true? Number 2. But how much attention do people actually pay to programs? Studies have found the people in the United States do spend a lot of time in front of their television set. About 98% of Americans' homes have at least one TV set. And in the average home, the TV is on more than 6 hours a day. But how much attention do people actually pay the programs? And do people who watch TV really spend less time on other free time activities?
Sentence structure. Number 1. Divide this compound sentence into two. What's the subject of the second part? They phone more than 1,000 people all over the United States and ask them questions about how they spend their free time. What's the subject of the second part? The subject is they. Number 2. Look at this sentence and answer the questions about it. More than 70% of those asked said that they watch TV every day or almost every day. What's the subject of the sentence? Who said something? The writer. What's the main verb? Watch. What question do the underlined words answer? The underlined words is that they watch TV every day or almost every day, so the question is when.
D. Modal verb. Find the modal verb that expresses possibility. During a typical television programs, they may eat dinner, do housework, read a newspaper or magazine, talk to their children, or even read to them. The TV may be on, but it is just background music. Paragraph number 5, line 39 to 44.
18. Can you recognize the real subject of the sentence? Number 1. It is believed that no one can change animal behavior patterns. What is believed that no one can change animal behavior patterns? Number 2. Scientists believe that one day it will be possible to travel in time. What will be possible to travel in time? Number 3. It's not true that 20% of the students have left the cars. What is not true that 20% of the students have left the cars? Number 4. It could be said that working is a positive addiction. What could be said that working is a positive addiction? Number 5. It's not expected that their result will match ours. What is not expected that their result will match ours? Number 6. Most educators would like it to be possible to decrease class size. What would most educators like to be possible to decrease class size?
Practice 19. Can you paraphrase the sentence beginning with there plus be? Rewrite the sentence beginning with the word given. Keep the same meaning. You may want to use the verb in bracket. The first one has been done for you. Oke, di latihan 19 ini kita diminta untuk memparafrasekan kalimat yang berawal dengan kata there plus be. Setelah itu kita diminta untuk menulis ulang kalimat tersebut menggunakan kata yang sama atau tidak mengubah arti dari sebelumnya. Kita bisa menggunakan kata kerja yang berada di dalam tanda kurung. For the example number 1, there is something dangerous in this approach. Kata there is diparafrasekan menggunakan kata kerja yang berada di dalam kurung contains menjadi this approach contains something dangerous, di mana kedua sentence tersebut memiliki arti yang sama. Walaupun sudah dirubah, akan tetapi tidak merubah arti dari kata sebelumnya. Begitupun selanjutnya nomor 2 sampai selesai. Number 2, There were many problems that the teacher were unable to deal with. The answer is many problems that developed this teacher were unable to deal with. Number 3, there were 10 questions in the survey. The answer is contained the question in the survey. Number 4, there will be greater cooperation between parents and schools. The answer is greater cooperation will exist between parents and school. Number 5, the problem is that there won't be enough time to do everything you want to do. The answer is the problem is that you won't have be enough time to do everything you want to do. Number 6, in the future, there will be a great need for teachers trained in this field. The answer is, in the future, we will have be a great need for teachers trained in this field. Number 7, in the past there have always been some people prepared to do this. The answer is, in the past some people have always been prepared to do this. Number 8, there won't be time for dealing with all the implications. The answer is, we won't have be time for dealing with all the implications. Number 9, there are wonderful developments happening in education right now. The answer is, wonderful developments are happening in education right now. And the last, number 10, there won't be enough students in education unless we make some change. The answer is, we won't have be enough students in education unless we make some change.
The next is practice 20. Can you identify the noun clause? Underline the noun clauses in the sentences and bold the main verbs. Seperti yang dilihat oleh teman-teman, di praktis 20 ini kita diberi perintah untuk mengidentifikasi manakah yang termasuk noun clause dan manakah yang termasuk main verb. Sebelumnya, saya akan menjelaskan mengenai noun clause. Noun clause adalah suatu kelompok kata dengan subjek dan kata kerja mereka sendiri yang berfungsi sebagai noun, yaitu kata benda. Klausa atau kata benda ini, clause noun tersebut dilampirkan dengan the connective, dengan kata penghubung. Nah, kata penghubungnya ini sendiri bisa terdiri dari kata that atau salah satu dari WH question, yaitu what, why, how, which, when, and where. Atau bisa juga dengan kombinasi WH question. Contohnya, whichever, whatever, whoever, and etc. Example di sini salah satunya kita bisa melihat nomor 1. The everyone disagreed didn't bother them. Yang termasuk noun clause di nomor 1 ini adalah that everyone disagreed. Karena di sini terdapat kata that, yang mana that itu termasuk salah satu konektif untuk menghubungkan dengan noun clause. Lalu main verbnya adalah didn't bother. Dan juga nomor 2. Whoever gets there first will complete the job. Yang termasuk noun clause di nomor 2 ini adalah whoever gets there first. Di sini terdapat kata whoever yang menunjukkan noun clause, sedangkan main verbnya adalah will complete. Selanjutnya, nomor 3 sampai nomor 13, teman-teman bisa melihat di slide tersebut. Practice 21. Can you say the sentences in different ways? Rewrite the sentences using the words given. The first one has been done for you. Number 1. That change will happen is obvious. The answer is the fact that change will happen is obvious. Second is, it is obvious that change will happen. Number 2, no one actually knows why the research project was stopped. The answer, the reason why the research project was stopped is not known. Number 3, according to certain beliefs, when you were born determines your fate? The answer is, according to certain beliefs, your fate was determined when you were born. Number 4, where the student sat was a major factor in his success. The answer is, the place the student sat was a major in his success. Number 5, whichever group finished first presented their answers to the class. The answer is, any group that was finished first presenting their answers to the class. Number 6, how common degrading language has been reported in the study? The answer is, the fact that language was reported in the study is very degrading. Number 7, that students who are motivated learn better is now an accepted fact. The answer is, it is now accepted by all the students motivated learn better. Number 8, the beauty of this program lies in how simple it is. The answer is, because the program is simple, that is the beauty of it. And the last is, how much time you spend sleeping affects your abilities the next day. The answer is, your abilities the next day depends the time you spend sleeping. I think it's enough. If you have any question, just ask us through the WhatsApp group. Thanks. Wassalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.